Hello and welcome back to the kitchen. This one's a little bit of a mouthful, but I'm gonna show you how to make pesto chicken with roasted red pepper stuffed spaghetti squash. And you're gonna want to make sure your oven is preheated to 400 degrees. I have a parchment paper lined baking sheet. I'm doubling the recipe, so I'm using 2 whole spaghetti squash. You cut them in half, take out the guts. And you just have to be careful. These are really hard to cut, very hard to cut. And then we're just gonna drizzle them with some oil and salt and pepper. Put them in the oven for 25 to 35 minutes. It depends on how thick they are until they are forked. Like you can stab them with a fork pretty easy. I recently found out that if you're gonna be cooking with high heats, like I believe it's anything over 350, you don't want to use olive oil because olive oil burns and it can actually turn toxic, I think is what they say. And so I'm using avocado oil because that has a smoke point of 500 degrees. So yeah. I just threw a little avocado oil on these, smearing it around a little bit. Just make sure they're all got a good sprinkle of salt and pepper on them. I'm a big fan of spaghetti squash. It's fun. You know, it's like a noodle, but it's not a noodle. And really, I wonder what come first. What came first? Spaghetti squash or spaghetti noodles? I would imagine spaghetti noodles because how would they know it looks like spaghetti, or did they name the noodle after the squash? I don't know. But I'm gonna throw these in the oven. You want a pound of chicken. I use chicken thighs, but chicken breasts, you know, whatever. You're gonna put a pound of chicken, 2 tablespoons of pesto, salt, pepper, and garlic powder to taste. I probably did half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon of pepper because I really like pepper, but you can do a little less. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. And I have this heating up over medium heat. Oh, sorry. I let this sit in the fridge for about an hour, but overnight is best. You can even go as little as 15 minutes. But you want it to sit at least a little bit, you know. While the squash is cooking, you're going to cook your chicken. And I cut it into bite-sized pieces, or you can cook them whole and then shred them up or cut them up afterwards. And a good way to know if your oil is hot enough, it'll look ripply. The oil will start to ripple. I guess this will work. All right. That sure smells good. I love pesto. Let's throw some chicken on here. I don't know. Get this all cooked up. It smells very yummy. I love pesto. And if you don't love pesto, then you're silly. If you can get a nice brown on them, then that's good. Dancing, you know, just drank some coffee, some little. I do recommend having a meat thermometer, but if you do not have one, you can check if chicken is done by if it is pink inside or not, and if the juices are clear. Oh yeah, okay, definitely done. I'm gonna pop this into the bowl I have here. Probably gonna get something metal and scrape off all this yummy bottom stuff. Should have just used this to begin with. It's good enough. I'm gonna throw just a touch more of olive oil in here. You know, you probably don't even need to be honest. I didn't think about it. Pesto has oil in it already, so. But it's olive oil, so I don't know. I'll be back when this chicken's done. My spaghetti squash is done cooking, and I let it sit out for a few minutes so I don't burn myself when I do this part. And then you're just gonna scrape them like this. Scrape everything out of there. into the bowl with the chicken. And you keep the shells. Don't you throw these away. Alright, I'm glad I got the big bowl. I was like, should I get my big bowl or my tiny bowl? I definitely needed the big one. Now, to this, we are going to add 2 more tablespoons of pesto. I got this brand because it actually has extra virgin olive oil in it and it doesn't have like sunflower oil, or they'll sneak that stuff in there. You gotta look at the ingredients in pesto. They'll put like sunflower oil and canola oil in these, so make sure it's just extra virgin olive oil, okay? I don't think you can have too much pesto, so that's probably about 2.5, 3 tablespoons. Alright, next you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped parsley and basil. And that's what I got here. 2 tablespoons of each. You're also going to add 2/3 cup of roasted red peppers. Add about 1/2 cup of parmesan. I just have Sargento already, so I'm probably gonna go a little more than 1/2 cup because can't have too much cheese. Okay. Now we're gonna give this all a good stir. Wait. Yes. Okay, we're gonna give this a good stir. Using my Easter. Get this all uniformly mixed as well as you can. Delicious. Looking good. Looking good. Now you're going to scoop this mixture back into these shells. Now you are going to top these with mozzarella cheese. I'm actually going to sprinkle a little bit more parmesan on them too, because I love me some parmesan. Fresh mozzarella is always going to be better, but I already had this, so. And you only need about half a cup, but I always go more. You can't have too much mozzarella. Alrighty, now we are going to pop these back into the oven and broil them until they're golden brown. Just until the cheese is all melty, golden brown, delicious. Yeah. Okay, I did just use 2 whole cups of mozzarella and I'm happy with it. Okay, I'm gonna pop these in the oven and clean up because I'm a mess. Alright, so I put them back in the oven. I baked them still at 400 for like 5 minutes to get the cheese all melty, and then I broiled it for about 5 minutes to get it all yummy and brown. So I'm gonna come and show you this real quick. Right there. Oh yeah. Oh, jeez Louise. Look how delicious. Oh, sorry, it's shaking. Oh, it's dripping. Okay, let's give this a try. It smells very yummy. All right. A little bit of everything. Oh boy. Oh. This is a yummy dinner. Ooh-wee. Alright. That is delicious. I think next time I'm going to add a touch more pesto and chili flakes to make it a little spicy. It's a little more challenging than some of the other things I've made. Just because it's so darn hard to cut this squash, I don't want anybody to hurt themselves. So if you do make this, please be very careful cutting the squash in half. For the roasted red peppers, I just bought a jar. Again, check the ingredients. I like to throw crazy stuff in there, lots of added sugars, weird stuff. I can't even remember. But canola oil, I think, and roasted red peppers. Doesn't make any sense to me. But you know, it's just how things are nowadays. You just gotta read the ingredients so you know what you're getting. Anyways, I'm gonna go enjoy this, and I really appreciate everybody who is supporting me and watching me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.